yung tinatawag nating cam displacement curve. So sa cam displacement curve, ang pagde-design ng cam ay base sa na requirement ng follower. Ang mangyayari, may given tayo na situation na dapat i-fulfill ng follower, then yung cam ang mag-a-adjust. So yung mag-a-adjust para sa kanya. Okay, so gagawin natin is magsa-samples tayo. Meron ulit tayong mga video na papanoodin para dito. Dito sa graphical method, meron tayong 4 na motion, which is parabolic na constant acceleration and deceleration. So pagka-parabolic na constant acceleration, deceleration, merong tayong ito-drawing na curve na pataas tsaka pababa. Pagka parabolic with constant velocity, straight line lang to. Then pag simple harmonic, gagamit tayo ng circle, ng half circle, semicircle, para gawing reference line para gumawa ng curve. Sa cycloidal, gagawa tayo ng small circle para maging reference point. So medyo mahirap to. So again, sa parabolic, gagawa tayo ng curves. Dito sa parabolic, ang gagamitin nating reference ay mga vertical lines. Tapos, dito sa parabolic constant velocity, straight line lang to. Sa simple harmonic, gagamit tayo ng semicircle para sa reference, para sa curve. Then sa cycloidal, gagawa tayo ng small circle. So, ganito yung itsura niya pag nagde-design. Yung tinatawag na cam displacement curve ay itong nasa right side. Ang gagawin natin, uunahin natin itong i-drawing natin bago natin gawin itong mismong cam. So itong cam na to, itong nasa kaliwa. Magsisimula tayo sa pagdodrawing niyan gamit ang tinatawag nating base circle. So dito, meron tayong base circle. Ito yung magiging reference natin sa paggagawa ng cam. So usually, ang gagawin lang natin, since pinakita ko sa inyo last meeting natin, maraming iba-ibang uri ng cam. Pero itong ating subject course, focus lang tayo sa radial cam o sa disc cam. Hindi na tayo magde-design ng mga cylindrical or wedge type or cycloidal or globoidal, ganyan. So focus lang tayo dito sa disc cam. Pero magkakaroon tayo ng iba-ibang follower. So this one, ito yung flat face follower. So, magkakaroon tayo ng lecture about roller follower, tsaka inline, tsaka offset. The first, dito again, is gagawin muna natin itong tinatawag nating cam displacement curve. Itong nasa right side. Itong CDC na to, ito na yung mga curves na bubuuin natin. As mentioned, we have 4 types. The parabolic, then we have the harmonic motion and the cycloidal motion. Ito na yung constant acceleration, deceleration, tsaka constant velocity. Ang ginawa dito, sample lang muna tayo. Ito yung motion dun sa ating outstroke. Ang mangyayari, itong cam displacement curve natin, yung CDC again, is kunyari Cartesian plane siya. So itong lower left corner is 0. Itong ating y-axis, ito yung ating displacement. Then itong x-axis natin is time or cam angle. Ibig sabihin, habang nagpa-progress yung time, may nabubuong curve. Pero dito sa lectures natin, gagamitin natin ay cam angle instead of time. So, ibig sabihin, habang umiikot yung cam, may nabubuong curve. So, for example, sabihin natin, pag umikot ng 60 degrees yung cam, anong curve yung mabubuo niya? Yung displacement, as is lang yan. 0, yung ating pagsisimulan. Sa displacement, ang pinakataas niya, ito yung pinakamataas na point na ma-reach ng ating follower. So, kung sinabi na ang follower ay tumataas ng 10 centimeters, so 0 to 10 centimeters to. Then, dito sa x-axis, again, angles yung gagamitin natin. So, pwedeng label natin sa baba, 60 degrees, 20 degrees, 30 degrees, yan. Dito, nagkaroon ng curve from 0 to point A. Ang ginamit na curve dito is constant acceleration, deceleration. Then, may mabubuo diyang curve from A to B, constant velocity. Kaya straight line lang to. Then from B to C, constant deceleration siya, kaya may curve pa rin. So, paano nabuo yung curve? Ang ginawa dito, i-zoom lang natin dito sa point ng 0 to A. Ganito yung nangyari. Ay, hindi pala ito yan. Wait, the next slide pa pala. Yan. So, itong 0 to A, imagine nyo itong 0 to A. Again, ito yung constant acceleration niya. Then, A to B is constant velocity, kaya straight line lang siya. Then, B to C yung constant deceleration. Dito sa A, kung i-zoom in natin itong part na to, paano ba nabuo yung curve na to? Punta tayo dito. So, naka-zoom lang to ha. So, ito yung 0, ito yung A. Yan. Hiniwalay lang. Ang gagawin natin, hahantiin natin siya vertically at saka horizontally. Hinatin natin siya ng vertically, gawa tayo ng straight lines from 0 hanggang 4. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Dapat magkakasing lapad tong 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, hahatiin ulit natin siya ng horizontally, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, gagawin natin ay, ba't yan ganito to? Hindi lang halata, pero itong 1, 2, 3, 4 na itong nasa right side, yan, magkaka-equal din yan ng distance. So, hinatin natin siya vertically at saka horizontally ng 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then, from 0, i-connect natin siya. Gagawa natin ng line papunta kay 1. Yan. Then, from 0 papunta kay 2, 0 papunta kay 3. Then, supposedly yung may 4, hindi na sinasama kasi yun na yung dulo eh. Ngayon, dito ang hinatin natin na vertically, itong first line, itong number 1, mag-i-intersect dito sa diagonal na ginawa natin, papunta kay number 1 sa horizontal. Yung intersection nila, yun na yung first point ng curve. Ganun din sa 2. Yung second line ng vertical natin, na ginawa natin ng diagonal sa horizontal, sa number 2, yung intersection niya, yun na yung second point. Then we have the third point, ganun din. Tapos ito na yung mga reference points natin sa paggawa ng curve. Ang ginagawa natin dyan, para maganda yung curve, tatapatan natin ng French curve. Kung saan matapat na magkoconnect yung lahat ng points na yan, itong 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, yun iti-trace natin sa French curve. So, yan yung constant acceleration. Yung constant deceleration, ganun lang din yung gagawin sa kanya. Kung i-zoom natin dito sa upper right, dito, ganun lang din yan. Hahatiin natin horizontally at saka vertically. Dapat magkakasing dami sila. Kung 4 na lines itong vertical, 4 na lines din yung horizontal. Kung 5, ito 5 to kasi 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 eh. Ganun din kadaming lines sa hatiin. Tapos, magda-diagonal uli, yung intersectional ng diagonal dun sa vertical lines, yun yung gagamiting reference points para sa pag-trace ng curve. So, yan. Kaya nakalagay dito, in deceleration, similar manner dun sa ating acceleration. And again, pag constant velocity, straight line lang. Diretso lang yan. Pagka naman simple harmonic motion, ito na yung sinasabi kong gagamit ng semicircle. So, sa semicircle, ito yung cam displacement curve natin. Maglalagay tayo ng semicircle sa left side. Ito na yan. Pag may semicircle na tayo dito, hahatiin natin yung semicircle into 6 parts. Na-label na natin yan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ganitong cam displacement curve, hahatiin din natin sa 6 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. So, ganyan siya. Pag nahati na natin, yung unang point dito sa semicircle, gagawan natin ng horizontal line, patatamain natin dun sa unang line sa vertical. Then sa 2, papunta sa 2. Sa 3, papunta sa 3. Sa 4, papunta sa 4. Sa 5, papunta sa 5. Then 6, hanggang dulo. Yung gitna, ito na yung tinatawag nating inflection point. Kasi ang mangyayari dyan, yung motion, yung arc natin from 0 to 3, kung makikita nyo, pataas yung motion niya. Then pagdating naman dito sa 3 papuntang 6, ito na yung mababaliktad na yung curve niya. Sa 3 yung gitna. Pag magte-trace tayo gamit sa French curve, 0 to 3, tapos yung kabilang side, 3 to 6. Ganun yung magiging pag-drawing niya. Ito na ngayon yung, again, simple harmonic motion. Madali naman siyang gawin. Gawa ka lang semicircle sa side, hatiin sa 6, then ito, hatiin din natin sa 6, then itatapat lang natin yung unang point dun sa verticals. Yan. And 6. Yan. Para mabuo itong curve ng simple harmonic motion. Then lastly, we have the cycloidal motion. Itong cycloidal motion, ang ginawa dito, kung ito again yung ating y-axis, itong nakatayo, itong line na to ay gagawin nating bilog. So kung gagawin natin siyang bilog, igaganto lang natin siya, yung bilog na to. Kung gaano kahaba ito, gagawin natin siyang circle. Then, hahatiin natin sa 6 yung circle, kaya ito ay 0 to 6 din. Ang starting niya ay dito sa right side, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yung 0 at 6 ay pareho lang. So mahahati siya, para siyang pizza, magkakaroon siya ng 6 na parts. Then itong ating vertical line, hatiin din natin sa 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ngayon, itong small circle na to, para magawa natin siyang circle, itong line na to, imagine nyo, itong line na ito ay, ito na yung circumference ng circle. Kasi nga gagawin natin siyang circle eh. Eh ano bang formula ng circumference ng circle? Equals to 2 pi r or pi d. So, kung ang circumference ng circle ay itong straight line na ito, solve lang natin for radius para makagawa tayo ng circle na ilalagay natin sa ating compass. To solve for the radius, circumference over 2 pi. Kaya makikita nyo dito, ang computation niya is L over 2 pi. Ang L na tinutukoy dito ay ito, yung L na to. Sa lift yun, lift yung tawag sa movement ng follower. So, lift over 2 pi, yun yung magiging radius ng circle na to para ilalagay natin dito. Ang center ng circle na to ay dapat itong lower left corner. Then, gagawin natin, itong 1 and 2, gagawa natin ng straight line, nakahiga. Itong 4 and 5, gagawa din natin ng straight line. Mag-i-intersect ngayon itong straight line na to, itong from 1 to 2, dito sa ating y-axis. Itong 4 and 5, magkakaroon din ng intersection sa y-axis. And itong tatlong intersection na to, itong 0, saka itong dalawang intersection sa taas at sa baba, gagawa natin ng diagonals papunta dun sa upper right. So, dapat parallel yung tatlong yan. Then, ang ating reference points, yung unang tatamaan dito sa verticals, so sa 1, 2, at saka si 3. Ganun lang din, kamukha sa simple harmonic motion. Yun yung una nating reference points. Then we have the 4, 5, 6. Babalik na rin natin yung French curve para dito sa 4, 5, 6. Meron na tayong cycloidal motion. So, yun na yung 4. Meron tayong, again, constant acceleration and deceleration. We have constant velocity. Then we have simple harmonic motion. Then we have cycloidal motion. So simple harmonic motion, gagawa tayong half circle o semicircle dito. Then the anim, displacement din anim. Then we have itong cycloidal. Natin sa, gagawa tayo ng small circle na itong circle na to, ito din naman to, itong haba nitong ating displacement, inikot lang natin siya. So, para makompute yung radius nitong circle na to, nagkaroon tayo ng L over 2 pi. Then, gagawa tayo ng horizontal lines para sa 1 and 2. Then sa 4 and 5, ang numbering natin is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yan, pag ganyan, pa-clockwise siya. Then yung intersection points niya, gagawa natin ng diagonals going to the upper right. Dapat parallel yung tatlong yan. Then yung diagonals na yan, may intersection dito sa 1 and 2 and 3. Yun ang ating curve na pataas. Then, may tama din yung ating diagonal sa taas na 4 and 5. Yun ang ating isa pang curve para mabuo yung cycloidal. Okay. So, yun lang. Lang sa inyo yung saan natin i-discuss. Yan lang tatlong motion sa analytical method. We have the cycloid, the harmonic. So, hindi na siya simple harmonic. Harmonic na siya. Hindi na siya cycloidal. Cycloid na siya. Then we have the 8-power polynomial. Dito, medyo nakaka-overwhelm kasi ito. Yan. May mga curve siya, may mga formula siya. And tuturo ko sa inyo bukas paano siya gamitin. Medyo mahirap lang ito gawin. Pero parang nagpa-puzzle lang tayo dyan. Okay. Now, ang gagawin natin para mas maintindihan pa natin yung pagdodrawing ng cam, manonood tayo ng video. Okay, mga video ni Insan. Disclaimer lang sa mga naka-earphones, medyo malakas yung sound, kaya paki-ready ng mga tenga nyo.
To understand how to draw cam profile.
Nandito, ang motion is simple harmonic motion tsaka constant acceleration, deceleration. Ito kasing ating mga Indian friends, iniiba yung tawag. Yung constant tsaka itong uniform, pareho lang naman yun eh. Synonyms lang sila. Ito ang gamit nila sa kanilang lugar. Racist yan. Ay uniform, hindi constant. Then, acceleration, pareho lang. Yung deceleration, ang tawag nila is retardation. Pareho lang din naman yun. Again, simple harmonic motion, then uniform acceleration, deceleration. Just to recap, pag simple harmonic motion, sa cam displacement curve is gagawa tayo ng semicircle. Then sa acceleration and deceleration, gagawa tayo ng vertical lines, tapos diagonals. So, makita natin dito.
Now here we have considered two cases. In first case, we have considered the simple harmonic motion, and in second case, we have considered the uniform acceleration and retardation of the cam displacement. Now here we have considered only one particular stroke, that is the outstroke of the cam and follower system.
Okay. So, ito na yung, kung titingnan nyo, ito na yung ating simple harmonic motion. Medyo magulo lang din yung accent kasi nung nasa voiceover. Meron tayong lagi na semicircle. Hahatiin natin 6. Then, gagawa natin ng horizontal lines papunta dito sa cam displacement curve. 3 sa 3, 4 sa 4, 5 sa 5, 6 sa 6. Yun yung ititrace natin gamit yung curve. Ngayon, pag nagawa na natin yung curve, ang gagawin naman nating sunod ay itong nasa y-axis, susukatin natin yung distance from the y-axis hanggang dun sa point na nasa curve. Kung gaano kahaba yung mga yan, ipoproject lang natin sa paggagawa ng disc cam o radial cam is meron tayong circle, then dadagdagan lang natin ng mga length siya para mabuo yung curve. So dito, since ang natin ay 0, sisimula tayo dito sa taas ng circle, going to the left. Dagdag tayo ng kung gaano kahaba. So yung unang point natin is 0. Then the next point natin, sukatin natin, idadagdag natin sa circle, tsura niya.
So we know that the follower moves with, either it can move with uniform velocity or with simple harmonic motion or with uniform acceleration and retardation, or it can have the cycloidal motion. So here we have considered the outstroke or outward motion of the follower with simple harmonic motion as shown over here. So here this AG part, it represents that we have drawn this outstroke, that is theta O, with some suitable scale, and we have divided that particular distance of AG into 6 equal parts. Then by taking this on y-axis, we are having the lift or stroke of the follower, and by taking that particular lift or stroke of the follower as a diameter, we have drawn this semicircle, and this semicircle is divided into 6 equal parts as shown over here. Now divide this outstroke, that is also in the 6 parts. So this is the first line, then second line, third, fourth, and fifth and sixth line, and project these particular points on the first line. This is on the second one, this is on the third one, this is on the fourth one, this is on the fifth one, and sixth one is already intersecting, and join a smooth curve passing through all these particular points, and we'll get a simple harmonic motion. Now all this particular procedure we have already shown in animation in the next slide. Now transfer these distances. So here the first thing that is important is that here we have considered that this is a knife edge follower. So we can say that you can have the knife edge follower over here at this particular part, correct? Like this.
Dito daw, ang consideration, ang follower is knife edge type. So, ganyan yung diskarte sa kanya. Kahit naman hindi drawing yung knife edge, basta imagination lang, may knife edge follower dito.
And these are the guides which are shown over here, and the follower motion will take place along this particular path. Now we can transfer these particular distances. So this is the distance. Draw a base circle as shown over here, and divide this particular base circle into 6 equal parts. as shown over here. So here we have divided this outstroke also in 6 parts. So we are dividing this base circle also in 6 parts. So this C21, these values indicates that the circle is divided into 6 equal parts. Now transfer these distances. So this is the first distance which we have transferred over here. This is the second distance which we have transferred on this second ray. This is the third distance which we have again transferred over here. Similarly, this particular distance we have transferred over here, and this distance we have transferred on this side, and this entire stroke length we have transferred from this point up to this point. And then we have joined all these points to get a smooth curve. So now let us see in the next figure how this cam profile is actually drawn.
Dito ay simulate na talaga yung mismong kung paano siya ginawa. Kasi kanina, pinakita na yung output tapos diniscuss niya lang kung paano ginawa. Meron dito, ito na yung step by step. Na magsisimula siya sa circle base cam displacement curve. Yan, panatin lang natin.
So this is the stroke or lift of the follower. Draw the semicircle.
Ito yung cam displacement curve. Nilagyan niya muna ng semicircle. Tapos siya nilalagay yung graph sa tabi.
Yeah. Divide this semicircle into 6 equal parts as shown over here. Now transfer this point on our semicircle and then join these lines. So we have transferred all these points on our semicircle as shown over here. Now we'll draw the outstroke to a certain suitable scale. So on x-axis we are having the angle. And now divide this also in 6 equal parts.
Pag anim yung natin sa anim yung semicircle, atin din natin sa anim itong cam displacement curve.
Now project these points on the corresponding lines. So this is projected on the first line. This is on the next line. This is on the next line, and like this. Now draw the straight lines from the corresponding points up to this particular point, which we have just now projected. And draw the smooth curve joining this particular point. Now draw the base circle. Divide this circle into 6 equal parts for the outstroke. So this is the starting point. Then transfer this point on the circle and divide the circle into 6 equal parts.
Then, itong base circle, kung hinatin natin sa anim to, hatiin din natin sa anim kung anong hati ang gusto natin.
So now we are dividing this circle into 6 equal parts by taking the equal arc distance. And now draw the rays passing through these particular points. And as we have seen earlier, now transfer these distances over here. So this is the first point. then for the next distance over here. Then the third one, measure this distance and transfer.
Yan yung sinasabi ko kanina. Susukatin natin gaano kahaba yung tinamaan doon sa curve. Tapos, ikokopya lang natin dito sa base circle para mabuo natin yung profile ng cam.
For this, by using our compass. And likewise, you can mark all these particular points. And then draw a smooth curve passing through these particular points. So this is known as the cam profile. So this particular point, this particular curve that we have drawn, that is known as the cam profile. So here, for the demonstration purpose, we have considered only the outstroke. Similarly, we can consider for the return stroke also, and we can draw the cam profile. Now let us see how to draw the displacement diagram in case of the uniform acceleration and retardation.
Okay, so yun na yung method para sa simple harmonic motion. Meron pa tayong ibang example. Dito naman, ang example is uniform acceleration retardation, or yung selector natin, constant acceleration deceleration. Ang gagawin dito ay ihahati natin sa again sa 6 yung ating cam displacement curve. Then gagawa natin siya ng diagonals from 0 tsaka yung acceleration. So sa deceleration na part, yung second half niya galing naman doon sa upper right. Tapos yung tatamaang mga intersection point, yun yung magiging reference para sa curve.
So with some suitable scale, we have drawn the outstroke. Draw a line through the midpoint of this particular outstroke as shown over here and divide it into 6 equal parts: A, B, C, D, E, and F. Again, divide this also in the 6 equal parts. Now join these diagonals. Now join these rays as shown over here. These rays will intersect the respective lines at this particular given points as indicated over here in this diagram. And now draw a smooth curve passing through these particular points. So in this way, we can draw the outstroke motion of the follower with uniform acceleration and retardation. And now, as we have seen, we can transfer these distances, these vertical distances, on our base circle by dividing the base circle into 6 equal parts. And then similarly, we can draw the cam profile as we have seen earlier. So in this way, we can draw the outstroke motion of the follower with simple harmonic motion and with uniform acceleration and retardation. And we have seen how to draw the part of the cam profile also. Thank you very much for watching. Do subscribe to our channel.
Okay, so ganun yung nangyari dito. Pag sinabi kaya magkasama sila, yung uniform o constant acceleration dito is yung from 0 papunta hanggang dito sa gitna, which is yung C. So yung ating retardation or deceleration is yung from C going to F, to yung dulo, yung second half. Kaya lagi silang magkasama. So yan yung atin. Sumunod pa tayo, meron pa tayong 5 video na papanoodin para dyan. i-share ko na lang din sa ating classroom. Wait. Pwede ko na palang i-upload habang nakikinig kayo. Kanina yung ating given knife edge na type ng follower. So dito naman, roller follower. Ang kinaiba dito, pagka roller yung follower natin, i-consider natin din yung diameter at saka radius nung roller. Kasi may roller eh. Ang mangyayari, madadagdagan ng isa pang circle yung ating base circle. So meron tayong base circle, then magkakaroon tayo ng tinatawag na prime circle. Sa prime circle, nagdagdag tayo based dun sa radius nung ating roller follower. Then yung magiging design ng ating cam ay naka-reference sa prime circle. So ganun, panood din natin kung paano.
We'll try to understand how to draw cam profile in case of roller follower. Now the problem statement is given over here. We have to design a cam for operating the exhaust wall of an oil engine, which is required to give uniform velocity.
Ang ganito yung magiging design plate natin, tsaka yung ating magiging final exam. May ibibigay ako na narrative problem, naka-paragraph form. Then, i-identify nyo dyan kung alin yung given, identify nyo dyan kung ano yung pinapahanap, tapos ito drawing na. I-breakdown ko lang, basahin natin. Ang kanya daw ay uniform velocity. So, ito din yung constant velocity. Meaning, straight line lang to. Wala tayong gagawing semicircle, wala tayong gagawin na hati-hati ng mga graph, as in straight line lang to. Tapos dito, nakalagay na yung degrees, yung cam rotation. So, yung sa lecture kanina, sabi ko, sa cam displacement curve, yung ating y-axis, yun yung ating kung gaano kataas, tumataas yung ating follower. So, dito ang given is 30 mm. So, tingnan nyo sa second paragraph, nakalagay dito. The lift or stroke of the cam is 30 mm. Meaning, yung ating y-axis is 30 mm ang height. Then, yung x-axis niya is time or angle. Ang gagawin natin dito, angle-based. So, sabi dito, ang outstroke natin is 120 degrees of cam rotation. So, outstroke, ang ilalagay natin sa x-axis ay 120 degrees. Meaning, dun sa base circle natin, di ba ang isang circle, binubuo siya ng 360 degrees. Yung 120 degrees dun, simula dun sa taas, magkakount tayo papunta sa left ng 120 degrees, yun yung outstroke. Then, meron siyang mag-remain fully open siya for 30 degrees. So after the 120 degrees, mag-i-stay in position lang siya for 30 degrees. Then yung return stroke niya is 60 degrees. So meron tayong 120 plus 30, so meron tayong 150 na. Then 150 plus 60, meron tayong 210. Yung 210 na yun, may natitira pa na 150 para dun sa 360 degrees. Pag nag-return stroke na, wala na tayong gagawin doon. Okay na yan. So, sige, panoodin natin kung paano ito gawin. Ay, dito pala given din yung roller. Ang radius nung base circle is 50 mm. So, ito yung base circle natin. And yung radius ng roller is 10 mm. Ibig sabihin, magkagawa na tayo ng circle na radius 50, then magdadagdag din tayo ng prime circle with 10 mm. Tapos yung 10 mm na yun, may mabubuo din siyang circle, doon tayo magbe-base ng ating design.
During opening and closing of the wall. Outstroke corresponds to 120 degree of cam rotation. The wall must remain in fully open position for next 30 degree of cam rotation. Return stroke corresponds to 60 degree of cam rotation. The lift or stroke of the cam is 30 mm and the minimum radius of the cam is 50 mm. The follower is provided with a roller of radius 10 mm and its line of stroke passes through the axis of the cam. So it is very important example. Now outstroke is 120 degree with uniform velocity. Then return stroke is 60 degree. It is also with uniform velocity. In between there is a dwell period of 30 degree. Lift of the follower is 30 mm or 3 centimeter. Minimum radius of
Ito na yung pag lilista ng given. Hindi nasa yung problem, ito na yung ating gagawin. Kapag outstroke given 120 degrees, dapat alam din natin kung anong motion niya.
the cam is 50 mm or 5 centimeter. Roller radius is 10 mm. So prime circle radius is minimum radius of the cam plus roller radius, that is 50 plus 10, that is 60 centimeter, 60 mm or
Ito na yung prime circle na sinasabi ko kanina. Magdadagdag pa tayo ng isang circle para ipakita yung consideration natin dun sa roller follower. Okay. So balik tayo dito dun sa degrees. Yung outstroke, ito yung motion ng follower from the lowest point going to the highest point. So ito yung pagtaas ng follower. Then yung return stroke, yun yung pabalik sa zero. So from the highest point going to the lowest point. Okay? So tandaan nyo, outstroke, pataas, ng follower, return stroke, pababa. Ngayon, kung sabi ko, ang gagamitin natin sa x-axis ay itong degrees, paano natin isusulat dun sa x-axis yun? Yung degrees, sa protractor natin nakikita. Paano tayo gagawa ng straight line kung degrees yung ating gagamitin sa x-axis? Kaya ang x-axis dapat straight line. Na dito, kung matandaan nyo dun sa ginawa natin sa velocity analysis, gumamit tayo ng tinatawag nating scale. Nagkaroon tayo ng representation ng vectors na halimbawa, sa ganito kahabang vector, ganito kataas na velocity ang nare-represent niya. Na ganun din yung gagawin natin dito. Sa 120 degrees, pwedeng gumawa tayo ng scale na sa bawat 1 cm, merong 20 degrees. So, kung 120 degrees yan, multiply natin sa 1 cm over 20 degrees, magiging 6 cm yan. Ibig sabihin, pag dinrawing natin yung x-axis ng 6 cm, ang nire-represent na niya 120 degrees. So dito ipapakita sa inyo kung paano gawin yan.
or 6 centimeter. Now the important part is that of the scale. So the scale that we have chosen over here is on x-axis we are having 1 centimeter is equal to 20 degree of the cam rotation.
So dito, sample lang din naman tong 1:20 degrees. Nasa inyo yun pag nag-design kayo. Pero syempre, mas maganda, mas pare-pareho na tayo. So sa bawat 1 cm sa x-axis, 20 degrees yung nare-represent. So mako-convert natin ngayon sa centimeters itong degrees natin. Ang 120 degrees, magiging 6 centimeters. Itong 60 degrees, magiging 3 centimeters. Itong 30 degrees, magiging 1.5 centimeters.
Whereas on y-axis, we are having 1 centimeter is equal to 10 mm of the lift of the follower or stroke of the follower. So as you can see, we are having outstroke of 120 degree. So 120 divided by 20. So we are going to draw it by 6 centimeter on our displacement diagram. Outstroke dwell is of 30 degree. So 30 divided by 20, that is 1.5 centimeter. Return stroke is of 60 degree. So 60 degree divided by 20, that is 3 centimeter. So total will be 6 plus 1.5 plus 3, that is 10.5 centimeter.
Ito na yung naging computation. Ito na yung naging computation ng gaano kahaba dapat yung x-axis natin. So again, dun sa outstroke natin, 6 centimeters na siya. Then sa dwell, ang dwell, ibig sabihin ng dwell, yung nag-i-stay in position. So kasi sabi dun sa problem kanina, pagkatapos ng outstroke, nag-i-stay in position siya for 30 degrees. Ang tawag sa kanya is outstroke dwell. Kaya OD ang nakalagay dito. Then, after nung dwell, magre-return na siya.
Stroke dwell and return stroke. So, first we'll draw 10.5 centimeter length. Then, it will be divided into 6 centimeter, then 1.5 centimeter and 3 centimeter as we have indicated over here. Then, we'll draw the stroke of the follower. The scale on the y-axis is 1 centimeter is equal to 10 mm. So 30 divided by 10, so that is 3 centimeter. And then we'll complete this particular part. Now we'll divide this into 6 equal part. So as you can see, 6 centimeter is divided, outstroke is divided into 6 equal part. Then there is a dwell, and then return stroke is of 3 centimeter. That also we have converted into 6 equal part.
Okay. So dito, ganun lang din yung nangyari. Actual, kung ano yung lumabas dun sa scaling, i-drawing lang yung cam displacement curve. Tapos dito, kahit ang ating motion is constant velocity, which is straight line lang, hinati pa rin niya sa 6 yung ating motion. So yung outstroke, hinati sa 6, then yung return stroke, hinati uli sa 6.
Of 0.5 centimeter each. So we can say that this is the outstroke, then this is outstroke dwell, and there is a return stroke. Now, as the motion is of uniform velocity, we'll join this diagonal so that we'll get the outstroke. Then there is a dwell for 30 degree, and then there is a return stroke again using the uniform velocity. Now for us, this distance is 1a, 2b, 3c, 4d, 5e, then 6f. These distances are important. Similarly, over here 7g, 8h, 9i, 10j, and 11k. These distances, they are important for us while drawing.
Okay, so papansin nyo, straight line lang yan. Kasi constant velocity lang yan. Ibig sabihin ba, sir, sa exam, constant velocity din para madali? Depende. So from 0 to 6, gumawa lang siya ng diagonal straight line. Then dwell from 6 to 6. Yan. Then from 6 to 12, pabalik na siya. Kasi again, constant velocity lang siya.
The cam profile. So now we are having the minimum radius of the cam of 5 centimeter, so that we have drawn. Then prime circle radius of 6 centimeter, that also we have drawn over here. Now we have to divide the given particular outstroke into 6 equal parts. So 120 divided by 6, so it will be of 20 degree each. So as you can see,
So kanina, since ang given is 120 degrees, pagdating dito sa ating prime circle at saka base circle, susukatin natin yung 120 degrees. Tapos, hahatiin din natin siya sa 6.
we are dividing that into 6 equal part. So these are the 6 equal part. Then there is a dwell of 30 degree, so that is also drawn over here. And then again there is a return stroke of 60 degree, that also we will divide into 10 equal parts. So we are taking 10 degree over here.
Then, given again, mag-stay siya in place for 30 degrees. Then after that, 60 degrees ulit.
So you can see. So as you can see over here, the outstroke is of 120 degree. This outstroke is of 120 degree, that degree. So each of this angle is of 20 degree. Then there is a dwell of 30 degree, so that we have shown over here. Then return stroke is of 60 degree, so that also we have divided into 6 equal parts. So 60 divided by 6, that is 10 degrees. So these will be 10 degree lines. So in this way we have divided these particular angles. Now we have to transfer these distances, that is 1a, 2b, 3c on these parts.
Okay. Nandito, susukatin na gano'ng kahaba. Ngayon, saan natin idadagdag? Kasi kanina sa knife edge follower, dito is, doon natin siya idadagdag sa prime circle.
So suppose we are having we have to measure the distance 1a. So this red line and this line is the distance. Now that will transfer over here. So this 1a distance is transferred over here as a 1a. You can see the circle we have drawn. Then the 2b distance. So you can see this is the 2B.
Okay, again, ulitin ko lang ulit. Since ito ay roller follower, doon niya dinadagdag itong mga nasusukat na length dito sa prime circle. So yung outer circle natin. Considering yung follower.
Distance will be transferred over here on the second line. This is the 2B distance that we have transferred. Then we have to take into consideration the distance 3C. So that also we are drawing over here. That is 3C distance. Then the next one is of 4D. So this 4 and this D. So this red line and this 0 line we have to match. So that also we are drawing over here as 4D. Then 5E, okay, that distance we are drawing on the line 5E. So A, B, C, D, those particular names will give it afterwards. Then 6F distance. So this is the 6F distance. So that we are drawing over here. So you can see this red line and this 0 line. So it is 6F distance. Same distance will be there after dwell also. So this is the 6F distance for the return stroke. Then 7G distance we have to transfer. So this total distance from this red line up to 0 is 7G distance that we are transferring over here. Then we are having this H8 or 8H distance that we are transferring over here. Then I9 distance or 9I distance is 9I distance we are transferring. That much distance we are transferring over here. Then we are having this 10J distance. So as you can see, 10J distance, the red line and up to 0 line. Similarly, 11K that also we are transferring over here. And finally the 12 part which will be coinciding over here. Now taking this as the center, we have to draw the roll of 10 mm radius or 1 centimeter radius. So these are nothing but A1A distance, 2B distance, 3C distance, 4D distance, and 5E, 6F, and so on. So we can draw the circle using those values as the center. So as you can see, taking this as a center, we can draw the circles over here. And now we have to draw a smooth cam profile passing through this. So these are the distances. So this is 1A, 2B, which we have transferred from the displacement.
Ay, dito naman may extra step ulit tayo kasi roller follower to. Pag na-plot na natin yung points natin, bawat point na yan, lalagyan natin ng roller. So given naman yung radius ng roller which is 10 mm, lahat ito, lalagyan natin ng bilog. So sa drawing natin, ganyan din yung papagawa ko sa inyo. It's either magdala kayo ng template or magdala na lang kayo ng compass para pagawa itong mga bilog na to. Then pag nagawa yung bilog na to, itatangent natin yung French curve dito sa mga bilog na to para mabuo yung curve. Kapag sinabi na yung itatangent, ilalapat natin. Doon natin siya patatamaan sa mga bilog. Hindi doon sa mga point.
Diagram over here. Now draw the smooth curve passing through this like this. So this is our cam profile. So as you can see, this red line indicates that it is our cam profile to give the wall the actual motion. Then pitch curve is the curve which is passing through the center of this A, B, C, D, E. So which is similar to this particular cam profile. Then this circle of 5 centimeter radius is base circle which is of 5 centimeter radius, and this prime circle is of 6 centimeter radius, and this is the roller follower which will make upright motion to upright the wall. So in this way we can draw the cam profile in case of roller follower. Thank you very much for watching.
Again, ganito yung nangyari sa kanya. Since roller follower siya, sinundan lang yung mga rollers para makabuo ng curve. Next video, meron pa tayo. Madami-dami pa to.
So in this video, we'll try to understand how to draw cam profile.
Kita kamukha lang to nung itong sinundang video. Kinaiba lang, hindi na siya constant velocity.
Now in this case, we have to draw a cam profile to operate a knife edge follower using the following data. The outstroke of the follower is